Hello and welcome. Let's just take a moment. Go ahead, take a deep breath with me. Together, let's create a little pocket of stillness, a quiet space where we can explore a path to inner peace.
So, our journey, it starts right here, in the one place where every single one of our experiences begins, our own mind. It's such a simple idea, isn't it? And yet, it's so powerful. It's really the foundation for everything we're going to talk about.
Okay, so the very first step on this path, it asks for a pretty big shift in how we look at things. It's this deep realization that our inner world, our thoughts and feelings, they aren't just part of our reality. They're what actually created.
Just think about that for a second. What this really truly means. We're not just talking about how our thoughts affect our mood. No, it goes so much deeper. The idea here is that our entire existence, the world we see all around us, is a direct reflection of what's going on inside. It's a total game changer of a concept.
And you can see exactly how it happens. There's this clear progression, like a chain reaction. It all kicks off with something so small, so seemingly weightless, just a single thought. Then that thought becomes a word. That word turns into an action. That action, repeated, becomes a habit. And before you know it, that tiny little thought has hardened into the very core of your character.
Well, if our thoughts really have that much power, then it only makes sense to turn our attention inward, doesn't it? Let's just gently take a look at the things that disturb our inner peace. Let's explore how we might begin to quiet them down.
Now, this is such a critical distinction to make. You see, we often think of anger as something that'll get us punished, right? Something from the outside. But what if the anger itself is the punishment? It's like a fire, and it only burns the person who's holding on to it.
And this comparison just lays it out so clearly. We have a choice. On one hand, you've got anger, described here as a poison you drink yourself, and on the other hand, there's love, the only thing, the only force that can actually heal that wound and make hatred disappear. The choice, well, it's always ours to make.
So what does this all point to? It's a really crucial idea. The inner peace we're all looking for, you don't find it by adding something new to your life. You find it by letting something go. The path to peace literally opens up the moment we decide to release that resentment, the moment we choose forgiveness. And this is the step that so many of us miss. It's absolutely vital. That compassion, that forgiveness we're talking about, it has to start with ourselves. It has to be turned inward first. Because if your compassion doesn't include you, well, it's just not complete and it can't fully heal. Okay, so as our mind starts to become a little calmer, as it's freed from the heat of that anger, we can find our anchor. And where do we find it? In the only time that actually truly exists, right now, the present moment. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. How much of our suffering comes from times that don't even exist, right? We spend so much energy mourning a past that's already gone, or worrying about a future that hasn't even arrived yet. But all our health, all our wisdom, all our peace, it can only ever be found right here, in this moment.
Let's just pause on that for a second. Really let it sink in. This moment, the one happening right now, it's not just a moment in a long line of them. The idea here is that it's everything. It is all there ever is. So when we can concentrate our mind right here, what we're really doing is connecting with our entire reality.
And what's the power of just one single moment? I mean, really think about it. One conscious moment can completely change the direction of an entire day. And one good day can absolutely change the course of a whole life. And where does it all start? It begins with just one.
And focusing on the present like this, it's incredibly freeing, isn't it? It means we can stop scattering our energy. We can bring it all back from yesterday and tomorrow and focus it right here. On this day, on this action, on this breath. Because at the end of it all, what we do today is what truly matters most.
All right, so we've found our center in the present moment. Now what? How do we actually move forward from here? Well, this is the part where we begin to walk our path with real purpose, with real clarity.
Now, this journey is, of course, deeply personal for each of us. But these steps, they give us a kind of map. First, you've got to find your purpose, and then give your whole heart to it. Second, you have to understand that this is your path to walk. Nobody else can do it for you. Then you have to actually act on what you learn. And finally, you share the happiness you find. It's that simple and that profound.
And this is such a powerful reminder, isn't it?
True wisdom, real wisdom, isn't about how many books you've read or how many holy words you know. What good are they if you don't act on them? The real power is unlocked when we start living these truths, day in and day out.
And that final step, about sharing, this illustrates it so perfectly. Think about it like one candle lighting another. The first candle doesn't lose any of its own flame, right? It just creates more light. Happiness is exactly like that. It's not something that gets used up when you share it. In fact, it's the opposite. It actually grows. It's this incredible resource that multiplies the more you give it away.
So as we bring all these ideas together, we see that this path doesn't end with some complex theory or a really difficult practice. It all culminates in a truth that is, well, it's both incredibly profound and beautifully simple.
And here's a beautiful reminder to always seek out what's essential. To just let go of all the noise, all the hollow words and distractions, and instead look for that one word, that one single action, or that one thought that genuinely brings peace.
And you know what? This search for simplicity, it leads to the ultimate realization. It leads us to see the deep, unbreakable connection that we share with, well, with everything and everyone. It's this recognition that the feeling of being separate, it's really just an illusion.
And so we're left with this, a simple but incredibly profound question. It's really a thought to carry with you on your own path. If you can truly see yourself in others, then who could you possibly harm?